what you're doing, of course, is if you pull it down, you have to bend this. And I'm sure maybe Christoph and Jeff have already explained that to you. But a thing that always breaks my heart about animators is they don't seem to understand that the scapula is not pinned to the chest. It's actually attached here. And people seem to always plug the arms and the legs onto the side of the chest, and it's really sad because really good acting is very much using the shoulders, and the shoulder is not attached to the chest at all. It's attached to the pit of the neck, and you can move the shoulder in tremendous arcs, and gives you all sorts of acting possibilities, and in this case squash and stretch. So when a dog's chest goes down, the scapula is rising very much above the chest, as much as 3 inches. Next time you get your hands on a dog, physically take his leg and see how far you can push the scapula around. It won't hurt him. But, and that's the point. It won't hurt him because it's totally flexible. And it'll go way up above the spine and way down below. You can, it slides. And it's all attached by the collarbone to the pit of the neck. And the other problem that I see a lot is, let me just get into this thing here. Yeah. The other problem that occurs a lot is that people don't seem to understand that this bone and that bone are always parallel, always. And they are made parallel by the Achilles tendon here, which acts like a mechanism that will always keep that leg parallel. And it's like a machine. And next time you get your hands on a dog, try that. Try bending his leg in relationship. Now, it doesn't hurt. I mean, these dogs, they love it. They think they're being scratched. You take his leg and you try and bend it away from his femur. And you can't do it. It won't go. The tolerance, the range is half an inch, tops. It's definitely a mechanism that keeps it parallel at all times. And where that becomes deceiving is the fact that you don't really see this bone. What you see is this line here. You see this line here and that line there, which that's coming off of the kneecap and attaching to the pelvis. So you have a muscle that's coming from the end of the pelvis here and attaching to the back end of the pelvis there. And so you see these two lines, and these two lines are never parallel to that. And so I guess you get lost in a drawing and don't realize that these lines are always parallel. So it's important to know that this is the pelvis, and at the center of the pelvis is this line, is the femur coming off of it, and it is always parallel to the, what are those, metatarsals? Anybody? Is that what it is? I think these femur and metatarsal. And they're always parallel. And again, that's really important because I see all the time, let me just look at this one before we leave it. What I see all the time is bad drawings. And I got some bad drawings here that I've drawn. This is impossible, what he's doing here. And the reason it's impossible, if you draw through it, is that there's his femur, and there's the metatarsal, and so you get into a very, very awkward drawing, and I see it on a daily basis. I saw it with the dinosaurs, and I saw it with the, and it's such a simple thing. You just have to simply remember that there's a line here. It goes like that. Now, if you want that foot up there for whatever reason, let's say he's peeing on a fire hydrant or something, then the whole mechanism has to bend to incorporate it. In other words, the foot can go up, that's fine, but then you have to remember that femur is like that and it's parallel to that, right? Kneecap. Muscle that kind of is squashing around the thing. Yeah? And I got one more drawing here. The other way you can do it is you bend it backwards the other way. See, there's the femur there, and then the metatarsal is going backwards like that, and that always produces a, it looks horrible. It looks like, he was hurt in a terrible accident. And so what you need to do, of course, is straighten the poor dog out, like that. And again, getting his femur metatarsal more or less parallel. Again, if you have to have the foot back there like that, then the whole mechanism has to come with it. So you get a basically a stretch is what you get. But that's something that you guys got to remember because I see it so often.